and welcome to another commute. Today it's actually kind of chilly. I think phone said it was like 37 when I left. We've actually found winter-ish. Oh my god, and I can't see a god blessed thing. Alright. There we go. I finally got my bike back. It's been 2 weeks in the shop. The radiator core started leaking on my brand new motorcycle. I've never seen anything quite like it before. And I don't want to knock anybody, because I don't think Suzuki had ever seen it before. I was talking to the service advisor, and he called me after they did all the diag. And he's like, yeah, the radiator core is leaking. We had to send Suzuki a bunch of pictures for them to authorize the repair. And to me, that sounds like Suzuki's going, no, And the service advisor's like, no, look, it leaks. You know, it holds pressure, but there's coolant leaking on the front of it. On the face, it's a small leak, but you know, it is a defect in the radiator. And the Suzuki going, nah. And the service guy's going, no, really? And Suzuki going, nah, not my product. We don't build our shit to leak. And the service advisor going, yeah, but this one does. And Suzuki going, well, shit. So I have a feeling that one probably is on his way back to Japan. At least I would assume so. I would assume Suzuki would want to look at the engineering behind that and see what the hell happened. Because I noticed that the new radiator, it's obviously from a different lot. It might even be from a different manufacturer. I don't know if Suzuki builds the radiators in-house. A lot of manufacturers sublet that out to smaller manufacturers. They give them the dimensions, the specs, all the important information, and then somebody else builds them and they ship them to the bigger manufacturer, and the bigger manufacturer installs them. And that's a fairly standard procedure with all things. And not even cars. I mean, a lot of components for your phones and everything else. I mean, even like LED lights. It's the actual LEDs come from one manufacturer. They're shipped to another manufacturer who assembles the houses, the housings that probably come from somebody else. So, I mean, it's fairly common. So Suzuki probably wants that radiator back so their engineers can look at it and figure out what the happened and go back to the people who do the actual manufacturing for me, or for them, and see. And then the people who did the actual manufacture being like, oh, that's not us. Let me look. And they're probably going to go, huh, wow. And then they're going to go back to who they bought their raw materials from, you know, whether it was the aluminum tubing, you know, whether the manufacturer rolls their own tube or if they buy the tube. And they go, look. And they'll go all the way back. And they'll probably also ask questions about the coolant, which, I mean, it's a 2015 built, but I didn't buy it till 2017. So it sat there for 2 years, but most coolant's good for that long or better, especially not in an environment where it's being used. I mean, the more you use it and heat cycle it and beat on it and expose it to elements and stuff, then you probably should change it more often. Although a lot of the newer coolants say they last longer and longer and longer. So, but I just thought it was interesting. And then, of course, it takes them almost a week to get Suzuki to go, yeah, okay, you're right. And then it takes them another almost week to get the radiator, which it may have been in California. Suzuki has a distribution warehouse in California, but everything takes 3 to 5 working days from that California depot, which I always find ironic because I get a truck from California every morning. Like, if I order something today, but for a certain amount of time, I will have it tomorrow from California, from a very close proximity to where Suzuki's warehouse is, but Suzuki ships everything. They don't have enough volume for trucking like we do. So they ship it, I imagine, UPS or FedEx. I should look. I got special order parts. I got the little lower exhaust hiders for this bike, which is funny because I ordered those about the same time that I dropped the bike off for service. And they sat there so long that they got buried. Poor guy, when he went to pick them up, he's like, how long ago did you order these? It's been like a couple weeks. He's like, oh. So you could tell he had to go back and start digging through stuff. I'm kind of bad for him. I'm like, yeah, they're going to be deep at this point. Screwdriver. That would suck stuck in a tire. There's no way I can get back there and get it. Mainly because I think that the Murano that's behind me is sitting over top of it. I'd try and fetch that and get it out of the road. Only thing I don't like about the winter. I fog. And it's not even the pinlock visor, it's my sunglasses. I can't tell whether the pinlock works or not because my sunglasses fog, and it's like as soon as the sunglasses fog, everything's foggy. Although they do a reasonably good job of not. They've got these little notches up here to let air flow, which works good to defog them. Not exactly my favorite thing for motorcycle riding because it does let more air through than my older ones, which is kind of a bummer. But yeah. I'm finally feeling well. I'm finally over the sickness, I think. Which was just such a pain. Such a pain in the butt. Oh, this bike sounds good. Even with the stock exhaust, it's got such a nice air roar. So much fun. And I noticed I was riding my Concours last night, and we were on the freeway. It was about 9 o'clock last night, so it had cooled off. It was probably just below 50 degrees, so the air was cool, but not like cold. And I got on the freeway, and I got on it a little bit to get up the on-ramp, and I could just tell the Concours loved that cool air. It's just like, oh, it's like, oh, hey, it's quick again. It suffers in the summer when the air's hot. And doesn't get as dense of a charge. It really likes the cooler air. And this one seems to too, but all engines like cool air. Cool air is denser. Denser means more oxygen. More oxygen means bigger bang. Bigger bang means they run better. Of course, I wish the traffic was better so you could actually, use any of that. Oh, well. I guess it could be worse, I think. I don't even know anymore. I keep playing with my leave time, trying to find a sweet spot. When I don't get stuck in the tail end of the grade school traffic, but I don't get stuck in the 9 a.m. Oh, great. I'm gonna get stuck out here. This is not happy. College traffic, which apparently today I failed, because this looks ridiculous. Shit. Oh, it's this light up here being stupid. It gives you no time for a green. I think. What's the thing? Again, I don't think the college is assholey on purpose. I just don't think they realize that their actions have consequences. When they made the city reprogram this light, and it's a goddamn nightmare. For anybody that travels the street that isn't going to go to their college, it's complete bullshit. And I don't think they went out of their way and like, well, let's be dicks. Which I hope not. I hope that's not a conversation that a Christian school has when they do things. I think they were legitimately trying to help their students to leave, make sure that their students were able to get across the crosswalk safely, blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, it dicks everybody else. And I don't know a solution, because, their students need to get across the crosswalk and make their left turns, but at the same time, it's the longest damn light along the stretched camelback. This stretched camelback sucks to begin with. So, and this is probably going to whistle, and I apologize, but I'm tired of fogging. It's not cold enough for me to have the visor down, and I need to be able to see with this much traffic. It's just, I don't know. It's frustrating. This is also frustrating to have to do like 60 miles an hour in between these lights. It's just like I end up doing to catch up with traffic and not be in a weird spot where I get run over, and it's just so strangely dynamic. I hate to be that guy that, but at the same time, that's the only way to stay in the clear, unless you just get stuck behind somebody and go, which is, I guess, a possibility, but oh, I don't know if you guys can see them. I got these new gloves. They're Built, which I'm not a huge fan of the Built brand at Cycle Gear, but sometimes they do it right. And I needed new cold weather gloves, and I was looking at these, and these were on sale. They were cheap. And so far, I'm reasonably impressed. I mean, it's 30s. Like I said, it was like 37 when I left the house. My hands are sweating. The rest of me is kind of cool, because I'm only wearing a jacket with the liner and a long sleeve shirt underneath and stuff. My hands are sweating. They're that insulated. And they say they're waterproof. I'd be more willing to bet water resistant, but they have some armor, which most heavy gloves don't. I guess they figure there's so much padding in the fluff, they don't bother with armor, but I like at least a little bit of armor. And I have been quite impressed by their ability to keep my hands warm. Almost too warm, which is kind of cool. Or the opposite of cool, kind of warm. So, what are you doing, blue pickup truck? What am I doing? What is everybody doing? Why are we all doing this? Why do we always have to go the same direction as everybody else? Suburban's doing something dumb. Oh, he's trying to get around that guy. Oh, lordy. I just want to be at work. It's funny, I left the house early, and I'm going to be late. Well, always late. I could leave an hour early, and for some reason I'd end up being late. I actually did that once. Yeah, it was raining that day, and things were just jacked, but it rained, and I knew it rained. And I knew it was raining hard. So I'm like, I'm going to leave early. I'm going to make sure I'm not late for work. I spent nearly 45 minutes going 2 miles. Because my commute's only like 4.5 miles. Yeah. Anyways, I am actually almost at work. And it's a beautiful day. And I hope everybody had a good week. And I'll see you on the next one.